right, welcome back in another episode of Indiebnb. Today I'm joined by Johanna Samuels, currently in LA. Johanna, how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Cool. I'm great.
Good.
Excited to dive in with you. You got a lot to tell. A lot of stuff going on with you.
I'm a little tired, but yeah.
I can imagine. I saw. I did some Instagram stalking. Saw we were at the Newport Folk Festival. So is that something you just came back from, or is it
Yeah, I just got back a couple days ago. It was fun. It's like my 6th or so.
Got it. So
Yeah.
when you do that, like I saw the Bob Dylan movie, so I know it plays a pretty big role in that. Like,
Right.
Is it just like how they pictured it in 1970, or how's it look nowadays?
I'm sure nowadays it's a little different, but also similar. I wasn't there in the 60s, but my grandma actually played the first 3 or so Newports. I wish she was alive and I could ask her about it, but I'm sure it was a similar balance of chaos and amazing musical moments and lots of socializing and moving in the hot sun and oyster eating. I don't know if they had those in the 60s. I knew that oysters existed, but I don't know if they had them.
Yeah. I mean, you took down some oysters, if I believe, 6 in 60 seconds. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can mow it down for sure.
I love it.
I love them.
Very good. Well, when you went out and played, like, did you play a fair amount from the Sorry Kid album, or was there, kind of a hodgepodge? Like, what was the set list looking like for you?
At Newport?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. At Newport, I was supposed to play a set, but I didn't end up playing a set. There was a little bit of scheduling drama, but I sang with a bunch of friends and enjoyed myself. But yes, I'm playing a lot coming up, touring, and a lot of those songs off the new record are definitely in the set list for sure.
I love it. Well, again, it's as you guys are listening to this, it is already out. You can go grace your ears with Johanna's great tunes. Sorry Kid, the full album out. Came out on August 14th. For you, this album kind of had a stop and start, a little bit of a long journey as I read. So take us through it. What was the and how did it come to be?
Oh yeah, so it was I wrote the songs in 2022, a lot of them, and then I had started a record with someone, and a bunch of stuff came up and I had to pause doing it, and there were a lot of like co-writes on that record, and I felt when it was time to, I basically didn't really know how I was going to finish the record, and or I kind of had to scrap everything and start over, and at that time I still am super close with my friends Jackie and Jonathan Rado, and we had been talking for a while about just fucking around and making something, and when this happened, it kind of felt like the perfect opportunity to make the record, because we had tried to do this tribute record, and then it didn't happen, and it all kind of cosmically came together, and we recorded it all pretty quickly, and then he got called to do Miley Cyrus's record, and I was like, you gotta go do that, and I still had to finalize my vocals, and I knew I could do a better job with getting my vocals right, and so I kind of sat on it, and it was kind of in a limbo land, and I was dealing with some like unexpected health things and touring so much and not dealing with the health things because I was touring. And then, you know, I talked to a friend, Patrick Dampier, who was like, we should record these vocals. I'm down to do it. And we did it at Elliott Smith's studio in the Valley, New Monkey, almost like a year, or I don't even know if it was a year or a year and a half after we had originally recorded the group of songs with Rado. And then we had vocals finally, we got some friends singing harmonies, and it became a real baby.
I mean, so you get kind of, so was it like a midway stop? He's like, yeah, I gotta do this other thing.
No,
like, or
we finished
yeah.
like everything, but we had like when I was listening back to it, I knew I had recorded everything live. And I knew that I could do better with my vocals, and I wanted to kind of have more intention in the way that I sang. So it was just kind of like perfect timing that because after we finished, he got called to do that, and I definitely held no grudge there. I was really excited for him, and then obviously Miley Cyrus has a bigger budget than me, but so I wanted him to get that money.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you know, it sounds like it, you know, all worked out. But there was some drama. I think, you know, I read that you guys were at a New Year's or some kind of holiday deal, and you know, you guys were singing Ben Queller songs, and that's what kind of helped you get over the top. So take me through that. Like,
it's so funny that story keeps coming up. I feel I mean, it was definitely one of our main. What I can only speak for myself, but one of my main connecting points with Rado immediately when you like find out that someone really loves Ben Queller, like I was like, oh, okay, shit, we're like kin musically, and we have a lot of the same, because Ben Queller has so many references sonically that are also like, you know, bigger than Ben Queller. Like he was writing Beatle-y songs, and in this aughts moment, which had the aughts had its own kind of sound, and how authentic he was in the way that he wrote. And yeah, I've been to a bunch of New Year's at Jackie and Rado's, but there was one, we rarely drink at them, which is like really funny, but I remember one of the first ones, everyone had like gin and tonics, and and I'm a real lightweight, and we were fucking around on the piano, and then we started playing Ben Queller songs, and we were like, oh my god, we should do a tribute record, or like first we were like, we love Ben Queller, and then very soon after his son passed away, and it was also the 20th anniversary of the Sha Sha record, and we were like, we should like raise money for his son's charity that they created, and recreate Sha Sha, and like have all our friends sing on it, and we were gonna, you know, like do it. And then I was working on my record somewhere else, and then we kind of like reached out to Ben's manager, I think, and everyone was like, yeah, that's super sweet, like we're good, he has plans for the record, and we were like, got it, we're it wasn't drama at all, it was just funny. We're just huge Queller heads. And then it was kind of perfect because it left the space for us to pick up where I had been dropped off, like with my record, and he was like, well, let's just do that. And I was like, great. And we knew all the references we wanted to use, and felt really, really natural. It was fun.
I love it. I mean, it's good when all the things kind of come together, and you know, hey,
yeah.
Well, hey, Queller at least knows you're a big Queller head, you know, like or at least the manager
knows.
knows.
Yeah. I'm sure Ben Queller knows I'm a Ben Queller head.
I love it. Well, Sorry Kid, one of the songs, you know, off of there, Full Story. I want to kind of spotlight that one and just talk through, you know, how did that become, you know, from nothing to something? You know, where did it come from?
It's funny. I was doing my friend Steven Van Betten started this. I guess it's like a program called School of Song, and it started off over quarantine when a bunch of us like really wanted to stay engaged and writing when we were all separated. And he kind of created this space on Zoom where we could like gather and kind of pass off the baton to each other in hosting these kind of like songwriting seminars. And it was hosted by like different artists, and every class you would leave with a prompt for a song, and you end up having to kind of get out of your own way and write a song really quickly. And one of them, it was a homework assignment for one of them, and it was, I think the prompt was to go somewhere and overhear / eavesdrop on a conversation and kind of write down what you hear and use those little sonic like blurbs as lyrics, and use that as a starting off point. And I went to a restaurant by myself, and I heard someone say, "This is an opportunity you just can't miss." And I was like, oh, okay. And then I wrote that one down, and the rest really flowed very easily and very quickly. And I didn't know what it was about at the time. I remember like recording it. When I was first recording it, someone was like, "Who is this about? Like, I hope no one ever writes a song about me like this." I was like, oh, it's not about anybody. But it's funny because I didn't think about it as like anything negative necessarily. It just kind of flowed as it was, and it's shed light to me as it's kind of lived through a few years. Sometimes songs do that, where you're like, I don't know what this means, and then you find out what it means later.
That's funny how that goes. So, opportunity you just can't miss. You get inspired. Yeah. We start playing. Now, how did it go sonically? Inside the studio. When you brought it in there, like, was it finished already? Was it something that was already, kind of? Yeah. Hey, I still got to bake a little bit on it.
It was pretty fully baked, and I had cut the song the first go around, and I remember during that time I like ad-libbed some lyrics very quickly off the bat, and felt much happier with them. And so by the time I took it to Rado, it was pretty fully baked. Obviously, though, it was just me. When I wrote it, I figured out that in figuring out some Evan Dando songs, I was like, oh, he's doing this thing on the guitar. That's a fun little trick. I want to use this trick. So it was like a really simple little guitar thing I was doing, but it ended up flowing really easily when it came to me and Rado laying it down. It was just me on guitar and him on drums, and then we kind of had these ideas that really flowed after with like the keyboards, and he had that guitar solo that he was noodling around, and that was like, okay, let's keep that and like loop it, and it kind of became this motif, and it just kind of turned into its own thing.
Wow. And when you had somebody else, kind of collaborate on it. So when you add somebody into that, when you add somebody into the mix there, like what is, how does that go usually? Is it like, hey, like they're sitting in there and they say, hey, I have an idea, or is it like, hey, I think be great. This person would be great to give me some feedback here and add in something.
Yeah, well, it was really two separate instances. It was like me and Rado alone in the studio, and then me and Patrick doing vocals separately. And then Patrick ended up mixing and mastering the record. So he definitely had like a big handprint, any fingerprint on the sound, and he definitely knows the record intimately. But he, we also had to do some guitars over again, like my rhythm guitar, and just because it had vocal bleed on it, because we recorded everything live. So he definitely took a large part in helping me get all of the loose ends that needed to be tied up, and he made it into a very, great sounding package, I think. And we were very cognizant of not of keeping Rado's touch, because he has such a specific, beautiful thing that he does in his space, and I think his space in that studio in the Valley is very much a part of the sound, and we wanted to make sure we kept that too.
Love it. I love it. Well, I mean, I think like you've got two great collaborators, and you're able to put something out that you should be proud of. So, I mean, I think people need to go give it a listen and come in.
I hope so.
Yeah, I had a couple more things with Circles. I had noticed, it felt like to me, I don't know. I hope you don't take this as I hope you like Tennis, but I think like Tennis, it felt very, very first album Tennis to me. There was some
the band.
Kind of that airy,
I've never listened to Tennis, so I don't love or hate them. I would be very curious to hear them, but I take it as a compliment. I think they seem like a really cool band.
Yeah. I was like saying that, I'm like, like if she fucking hates tennis, like we're gonna be up to creek here.
I thought you meant the sport, and I was like, I don't hate the sport, but I'm not very hand-eye coordinated. But I love tennis balls rolling on them on my back.
Here we go. Hey, well, she likes some form of tennis. Band, hey, jury's still out. We like it, but yeah, I was like, man, this is very airy and light, and I really like the sound. So
I'm so glad. We worked hard on that one for sure.
I love it. When you bring somebody in like Tyler Ballgame, who also was at the Folk Festival, like adding in somebody to collaborate on the song in that fashion, like how do you make decisions like that?
It's funny. Well, Circles is a really old song that I wrote when I was like 20 or 19 years old, and I had these vocals that I had sung on them like in my head for years, and when Tyler heard the record, he was like, Circles really is the standout to me. And when it came time for like asking friends if they wanted to be a part of it, he said that he would be really interested in doing that. And he was also so sensitive to, he was like, this is such a good song, I don't want to like overpower it. I'm not boosting my own. He was saying that, and I was like, you can only make it better. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, well, like, I'll hear my harmonies, and if they're too much, then I'm gonna veto them, and like, I don't want to like overshadow the song. And I was like, oh my god. And then when he executed those harmonies, I was hearing in my head so effortlessly, and it's part of why it was a perfect fit as a song. I think we share a similar sonic sense and like songwriting sense, and we actually have a band called Loma Land that we have like a record in the works that we're doing with Rado actually, and we're super intertwined as songwriters, and we love to write together, and we love to talk about each other's songs with each other. So he was kind of a great person to have on that track, because it was a really special track to me, and he revered it, so I was honored, and I was just really lucky I was so lucky to work with everybody I worked with on this record, honestly. Rado, Patrick, my friend Phil Cronengold played Mellotron on a lot of the songs, and we had my friend Jorge Balbi play drums on one of the songs that's coming out on the deluxe edition, which maybe people should get excited for. I don't know. And then, and then all these dear friends who sang harmonies. It was awesome. And I forget if I said Patrick. Everybody.
Yeah. It's like you get a lot to you have a lot of folks that came in. So I mean, I think about like having something that like you hold on to for, we wrote when you were 20, right? Like that is something I can't think of anything else like in like that you could hold on to like that, other than a song, right? It's such a cool thing that you guys get to experience. So
It's
I'm
wild.
jealous,
Oh man, do you write songs?
I do not. No, I had a dream last night that I wrote a good one, but can't remember it. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can't remember
That's
what
how
it was.
Paul McCartney wrote Yesterday, apparently.
Yeah,
He wrote
I don't know
it
I don't know what I need to do to remember my dream, but yeah.
I hope it comes back.
That'd be great. I would then need to find some musical talent, so that would need to be harnessed from I need to go outside and get struck by lightning or something.
Call Tyler Ballgame.
All right. I'll be like, hey, I got a really good idea, man. You don't know me, but Johanna said I should call you.
I'll put in a good word.
I appreciate it. Well, one of the fun things, I don't know what a Wurlitzer is, but I need to know, because I saw that on the sheet. It was like, hey, like you played not only everything you've described so far, but also this instrument called the Wurlitzer. So take me through it.
Well,
what is it?
The Wurlitzer is an incredible instrument. It's just a piano, but it's electric, and it's made out of bells. So like essentially, you're hammering like these little bells, I think.
Yeah.
And they're a little sensitive, so they go out of tune a lot and stuff. But they're the Wurlitzer and the Rhodes are very similar. Rhodes has kind of like a deeper, growlier tone, and Wurlitzer has a kind of like sweeter, bouncier tone. A lot of Wurlitzer on Fleetwood Mac records, a lot of the classic, 70s, 80s. It's kind of like a studio staple. I used to have one that I would play live, but it was so fickle, and it's really heavy, but I end up playing Wurlitzer for most of my live shows, unless there's like a real piano there. It's like if you saw one, you'd be like, oh yeah, one of those. Like it has that like turtle shell, and they're like the size of like a single person desk kind of. And they have 4 legs that you screw in, and they make such beautiful sounds.
Got it. Very cool.
Yeah, you can run them through like pedals and stuff too, and it's a cool electric way to have an organic sounding keys texture.
Love it. Well, you mentioned some live shows, and obviously Newport Folk Festival. You hung out and you got to contribute in different ways. But where are you touring? What are the things we got in store for the Sorry Kid? I think I saw an album release show on the Instagram. I saw some things in the works. So take me through it.
Yeah. Well, the album comes out the 14th, so I guess it's already out. The album release show in LA is out the 15th, so I guess that will have already happened. That's happening at Zebulon. And
how'd
it go? It went. I'm praying to Zeus that it went really well. And we sold tons of records. So many records.
So many vinyls. You carried them all in, and you didn't have to carry any out.
I carried nothing out. Yeah, and then I guess then coming up would be we're doing a release show in New York at Union Pool in Brooklyn in Williamsburg, and that'll be really fun. Both the shows will be with like a full band, and we're gonna do our best to recreate the whole vibe of the record. And then soon after that, I'm going on tour with Michaela Davis, and that'll be Northeast shows and a little bit of the middle. Got some Ohio and Pennsylvania in there, and we'll keep on going down the coast, and that's September like 4th through I think like the 20th, and all those dates are on my my socials if you want to go find me there. But yeah, if you live anywhere where I'm playing, I'd love to see you there.
I love it. I love it. We're down in Atlanta, so if you have a date here,
Oh, rad.
we'll be there. We'll check out
sure
those
soon.
dates. Yeah. Gotta see, and you know, you can follow her on social media. The link is below, so the link to the album is below. The link to her shows are below. So support Johanna where you can, and go
So
buy a
nice.
record.
Yay! I'd love that.
I love it. I love it. Well, you know, one thing you can't buy is the experience of going into Pete Peterson's Party Pack of Questions. You know, it's just something that happens on this show. So I think we're gonna have to, you know, rip into the 20, you know, or it's 20 or so questions. It's been cut down a few times, but we'll rip into it. Pete Peterson's
prepped.
Party Pack question. You're ready to go. All right. Cake or pie?
Whoa, cake.
Just caking it up. All right. Salad or soup? Well,
salad or soup. Oh, okay. Ooh, these are way harder than I thought. It's so pie. I love cake, but for me, I'm very ratio oriented. Like, is it like what's the ratio of frosting to cake? And like if I'm eating a pie, I'm really into the crust. And is there ice cream on the pie? The longest answer possible. But I said cake first, so maybe that's my instinct.
Yeah, you're an instinct. You were an instinctually cake, but
yeah, we'll see.
You're pie curious.
I'm pie curious. Yeah. You said super salad. Yeah. That's so hard. I love soup and I love salad. I say soup. It's the most like warming and it feels comforting.
Okay. All right. Sunrise or sunset? What are you seeing more of these days?
Ooh. I love a sunset, but when I catch sunrise, it feels very, very special. Yes.
All right. Golden hour on both
sunrise.
sides.
Yeah.
Sunrise. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
Would you rather hit a home run or score a touchdown?
Home run, for sure. I'm definitely more drawn to baseball than I am football.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Night in or night out? What are you having more of these days?
Ooh. It totally depends on what the night out is. But I've been really, you know, I've been touring so much that when I'm home, I really do love to cuddle with my Junie Boonie, my dog. So I've been taking it easy. I'd say night in, but I love a night out. It's hard to say. Can't answer that one.
Okay, fair enough. When you do go out and your jam comes on, are you more likely to hit the robot or the worm on the dance floor?
Say that one more time.
Are you more likely to hit the robot or the worm on the dance floor?
Oh my God. I had this dream once that I was at this really crazy, like, it felt like it was like the Academy Awards, and I was walking down this, like, the aisle of all the seated people, and I did one worm. Like, I just dropped to my knees, or not to my knees, but I just dropped to the ground and I did one worm really, really, like, it ended up being in slow motion because it was a dream, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And it was like this really weird social feeling. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, if I could do the worm, I would do it all the time.
All right, sounds like we just planned your next music video, so let's get that going. I mean, I love that.
It's so weird. That's my brain.
We'll hit the worm. I like it. All right, guac or queso on your favorite Tex-Mex spot?
Oh, shit. I love queso, but I love guac too. I feel like when queso comes about, it's a special experience. So like, oh my God, that is probably the hardest question you've asked. Queso.
She's going cheese. All right.
Cheese.
We like it.
I love queso.
Waffles or pancakes?
Oh, 100% waffles.
All right, no doubt there.
The bottom of the it's like the bottom of the Vans sneakers so it holds all the syrup better.
Right, of course. Coffee or tea with your waffles?
I've been doing tea. Coffee sometimes gets me really anxious.
Too much caffeine. We gotta keep it low. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, dogs or cats?
I'm a dog girl. I love cats, but I'm allergic to cats. So I can't, like, be as close with them as I want to be. Like, I wish I could just pick them up and, like, put my face in their bellies and stuff. And I know they want to do that with me, too, because I'm allergic and cats like whoever is ignoring them. But I am a dog girl through and through.
Dog girl through and through. We like it. All right. Do you identify more as a ninja or a pirate?
Oh, my God. Like, I would love to be a ninja, but I feel like I'm, like, a mess, and I'm a pirate.
All right, fair enough.
Like, one day, I want to be a ninja master, and I'm slowly learning.
You're getting more and more stealth. You're gaining stealth.
I'm learning to do that.
I like it. Ninja in training.
I'm a ninja in training and, like, born a pirate.
Love it. I love it. All right, chips or pretzels?
Ooh, what kind of chips?
Any kind of chips. All pretzels are included, including soft pretzels. So,
I love a, like, what's the brand? That classic brand of hard pretzel.
Snyder's.
Snyder's. I love a thick, like, Snyder's pretzel. That's kind of, I go nuts for that. I'm going to go with that.
All right, I love it. Fries or tots?
Whoa. Once again, we got to talk about the thickness of the fry. I love, like, a thick fry. And if so, I'm going to go ahead and say a thick fry. But if it's a shoestring or something like that, it's tots all the way.
Okay. You're looking for your potato to have some substance to it.
I want, I need some real potato in there and I love my ketchup on it. I love fries so much.
Yeah. All right, after a long day, are you more likely to hit a TV show or a movie?
Whoa. My mood varies. I love movies and I watch a lot of movies. But the reality is, I love TV, too. I don't know. It really depends on the day. I think a movie. I like a movie.
Movie? All right. If you were a fruit, what kind of fruit would you be?
Ooh. I think I'd probably be, like, a raspberry. Or like a mango or a peach.
All right, something tropical. Or something, down home and classic.
Yeah, down home, classic, tart, but not too sweet, but, like, just the right balance.
All right. Is love at first sight real?
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately or unfortunately, it's just the case.
It is what it is.
All right, and give us two bands that we ought to check out that we might not know.
Well, how about my two openers in LA, Zelma Stone and Small Shake? They're really good. They're just really good. Great writers and a wonderful energy. And yeah, I just saw Nick at Newport, medium build set, really blew my mind. Loved it. And his partner, Annika Bennett, Annika, I think. I always say it. I say things wrong all the time. But yeah.
I love it. Well, medium build, of course, special place in our heart. He's been on the show twice. We love it. He's now ascended, I think, to maybe a little bit further on from the show. But
hey, you never know.
We love him.
He was so sweet during Newport. He, like, caught me during, like, a really vulnerable moment, and he was so sweet, and he let me hold his little puppy. and just the best vibes on that guy.
He certainly, I think he keeps the same personality and tone. Anytime I've ever interacted with him, he's been so consistent and awesome. And so
that's so great.
Yeah, even
So
when
great.
he was living in Alaska and he had 4,000 followers when we first listened to him.
Did it?
You know?
Amazing.
So, yeah. So
That's so great to see.
yeah.
The ascent.
Hey, you're. I'm looking for the next medium build though. I think Johanna Samuels next. I'm looking for the next one to be that. You know.
Hey.
He's opening up for Mumford tonight in Atlanta. So
he
he's
sure is.
Yeah.
He sure is.
But Johanna, I appreciate you taking the time to connect with us. Everyone needs to go check out Sorry Kid, the album. We need to see her on tour. Need to go to check out the her socials. She's got some good content. I mean, look, the content's electric. There's some fur content on there. So if you like
that
dogs, yeah, I think so.
That makes me happy to hear.
There's good.
I
There's
definitely,
good
I feel like, I'm being pushed to post because we're in the, countdown for the record, and I'm just like, oh my God, shut up. But I'm glad it doesn't come across that way.
Well, you're gonna get a freebie with us, so don't worry. I got you covered.
Amazing,
Get you one on the 19th. But can't thank you enough for hopping on with us today, and look forward to seeing you down here in Atlanta, and seeing you progress and more songs to come out.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
My dog is barking. She says thank you too.
Jenny Booty, you're so welcome.
Hear that, Jen?
Oh.
Amazing.